We're a great nation.
We are a great nation. We are a great nation. Show me any nation that is thinking of the future. Show me any nation that believes in the reality of the future. Then I will show you a nation that is investing in the development of the youth. Show me an organization. Show me a team that have the seed of greatness. And I will show you an organization and a team that is investing in the youth. On this note, ladies and gentlemen, I am welcoming you to another interesting episode of Youth Pulse on God's 104.9 FM. We are the hope of the nation to come. We are the youths, and the youths are the leaders of tomorrow. And there is this popular belief, they will tell you that what? You don't kill the future leaders today. You allow the leaders of tomorrow to see the tomorrow. But one thing is seeing the tomorrow, and another thing is when the leaders of tomorrow are well prepared for the tomorrow as well. And you cannot own the tomorrow. You cannot own the future if you did not prepare adequately for it. And that is why we always bring up this program every Friday by 2 p.m. for every youth and young adults out there. And it is a show, it is a time, it is a program when we discuss different issues, different topics. It's a time when we learn, when we unlearn, and when we relearn. It is a time when we envision ourselves as youths. And definitely, I strongly believe that today's episode will also be an interesting one. So if you are hearing the sound of my voice now, I want to tell you, tell somebody that knows somebody to go and inform someone that knows somebody that it is time for Youth Pulse. And on today's episode, I won't do without introducing myself. I am the voice of the youth. I am Omo Babatisha, the youth lecturer on Friday, pastor on Sunday, Festus Adelaja, and I say welcome to Youth Pulse. All right, before we dive into the main conversation for today, I also want to use this period to appreciate all our fans, everyone who have been supporting the Youth Pulse vision, everyone who have been helping in driving the Youth Pulse vision as well, all the callers, all the fans, all the supporters, your encouragement, your comments, everything you've been doing so far, your contribution have been one of the fires in our bone. It has been one of the fuel that is also keeping our vehicle going. And we say we do not take this for granted. So what are we talking about today? What are we looking into today on today's episode of Youth Pulse on God's 104.9 FM? I will bring that to your hearing right now. But
there's a place in your heart, and I know that it is lonely.
Alright, make the world a better place. There is no way you will make the world a better place without making yourself a better person first. That is where transformation starts from. It starts from you. The change will start from you. If you want to make the world a better place, it starts from what? You as a person. The whole world at large, it starts with you as a person being a micro community. You make yourself a better person. You make your family a better family. You make your team a better team. You make your church a better church. You make your group a better group. From there, we transform to the state, we transform to the nation, then we transform to the world. So you as a person, make yourself a better person. All right, so that being said, what are we talking about this afternoon? And for the sake of those who are joining us for the first time on this show, you are hearing Youth Pulse right now. This is Youth Pulse coming to your hearing from God's 104.9 FM. And I am Festus Adelaja. We've talked about so many things. And some people, they will be like, this is opportunity, but they fail to grab it, even though they saw it. Some people lack the courage to sell themselves better in the room of opportunity. Here are they, maybe in a company, they went for interview, and they have the privilege to sell themselves, and they sell themselves short. Have you noticed it? That some youth, they also want others to take responsibility for their own growth and development, whereas you are the one that is supposed to take the highest responsibility for your growth and development. Have you also checked? Have you also wondered that there are so many youths out there, they will go for business negotiation, And at the end of the day, the product that they're supposed to sell at a higher price, they will sell it low. Why? What usually causes it? I don't know if anyone want to open the conversation this afternoon before I unveil the topic. Looking at the questions I've asked so far, why do many youths sell themselves low? They fail to market themselves appropriately in the room of opportunity. They are in the board, even in the company. They are doing excellently well, but they still sell themselves low. And at the end of the day, they don't get the result that match their input. What usually causes it? Hello.
Hello, sir.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Mama Sunday.
Right, sir.
Well done, good afternoon.
God bless you.
Amen.
Concerning the question that you asked,
Yeah.
that's why our youth were putting that in a low estate.
Yeah.
Because first, they did not get faith that they had got somebody to. Hello?
I'm with you.
Because God himself said that we are peculiar people. You understand? So, if they know that, if they struggle, they too will become somebody. So, they will put themselves with faith.
Faith.
I too, I will become a governor. I can become a president. I can become so. So, they will not follow that faith that they have.
Okay. So, what you are saying here is many youth lack the faith that is needed, right?
So they lack the faith.
They lack the faith.
Yeah, they lack faith.
All right.
Yeah,
All right. We have another call here. Hello, good afternoon. Oh, sorry.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
How are you?
I'm fine.
This is Okwande on the line.
This is who? Your name?
Mrs. Okwande on the line.
Mrs. Okwande. Good afternoon, ma.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Yeah.
Actually, what makes people tell themselves below what they actually are low self-esteem.
Low self-esteem.
Then apart from low self-esteem, we have inferiority complex.
Inferiority complex.
Yes, when you feel inferior, sometimes for confidence and faith in what they can actually do.
In what you can give, in what you can do, right?
In what you can give, in what you can deliver. So if you don't have faith in what you have or what you can deliver, it makes you sell yourself very, very low as if you are not capable or you are not up to the standard of what those people actually want.
All right.
It borders everything centers or borders on low self-esteem.
Low self-esteem. Thank you so much. Where are you calling us from, Mrs. Okwande?
I'm calling you from Ekpe.
From Ekpe. You are welcome.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much. All right. So from the two callers, I will pick other calls as the conversation continues so that we can drive the conversation forward a little. Like I said, we are looking at self-esteem. And Mama Sunday said low self-esteem, lack of faith. And Mrs. Okwande said low self-esteem or inferiority complex. And that is what we are talking about this afternoon. We are talking about self-esteem. Many youths today, due to low self-esteem, they have marketed themselves very low. Just imagine somebody going for a job interview and they said, how much should we pay you? And they say, anything you give me. That is stupid. Anything you give me. Is that humility? It's not anything you give me. They are asking for your value. So you cannot even grade yourself. By the time they begin to pay you 50,000 naira and others are collecting 250,000 naira, you will say what? They are cheating you. No, you are the one that said what? At times I will look at some people. You are selling something. How much should I pay you? You say bring anything. No. Bring anything is nothing. You have not charged me. I can decide to give you 15 naira. And you will not say, oh, that uncle is wicked. No. So this afternoon, we are looking at what? Self-esteem. And what is self-esteem? Self-esteem is the value and respect you place on yourself. The value and the respect you place on yourself. One thing is the value that people place on you. And another thing is what? The value that you as a person place on yourself. And I want to tell you something this afternoon. You are the one that have to place the highest value on yourself. When it comes to placing value on oneself, you are the one that we need to place what? The highest value on yourself. Why did I say that? If we look at the law of nature, life generally have been configured in such a way that people will always price things low. For example, if you want to sell your phone and somebody asks, how much is the phone? You said 50,000 naira. The person will not say, should I pay 60? The person will price it low. How much is a pint of Gary? And the Igbo boy said, 2,000 naira. The next thing we say is what? Omona, can't you take 1,500 naira? Meaning in life, naturally, people are meant to price things low. You are the one that will place the highest value on yourself. If you don't place the highest value on yourself, nobody else will do it. You as a person, you are the one that will set your standard, and you are the one that will also maintain it. You are the one that will protect it. The law of nature, like I said, is meant to price things what? Low, not high. It is very rare. You are a home lesson teacher. Okay, we have 2 children that you'll be taking at home lesson. How much will you take? Then the next thing you begin to think is, okay, how many days in a week? How many hours per day? Okay, if I'm to be coming 2 hours daily, 3 days weekly, okay, I will take 50,000 naira per child, or 100,000 naira for the 2 of them, or 200,000. The next thing the parent will do is, Oga, come now. We'll be civil servant, so we no get up to that. So many people will always price things low. So you are the one that you have to what? Set your own respect. You are the one that you have to set your own value. In the other way around, in a layman language, self-esteem, I will say it reflects the way you see yourself, the way you carry yourself, and the way you present yourself. The way you see yourself, the way you as a person, the way you carry yourself, and the way you present yourself. Your self-esteem will influence your confidence. It will influence your decision. That's why you will see some young guys, when they go for a job, they are speaking boldly. And some are not even as good as you are. Some are not even as better as you are. Yet, they can market themselves. And you will see some people, they are very skillful, they are very confident, and they can't sell themselves well. In most cases, it is as a result of low self-esteem. Like I said, heal the world. You cannot change the world if you did not change yourself. You cannot impact the world if you did not impact yourself. You can't make the world better if you as a person don't make yourself better. Now, what are some misconceptions that young people do have about self-esteem? I will look at it from this perspective, the high and the low self-esteem. You see, humility is different from low self-esteem. Let's get it right. When you are humble, it is different from when you are selling yourself low. You can have a high self-esteem and you will still be humble. And at the same time, some people will say, no, I don't sell myself low. High self-esteem is not also the same thing with pride, arrogance, or rudeness. Being rude doesn't mean you have high self-esteem. Being arrogant doesn't mean you have high self-esteem. Just remember that you can respect yourself and still respect others. Being disrespectful, being inconsiderate, being greedy, being selfish is not the same thing with high self-esteem. You can have a very high self-esteem and at the same time, you can still have respect for others. Alright, so quickly now let's look at the type of self-esteem. From my findings, we have the high self-esteem and we have the low self-esteem. And I called the third one, the bloated one, the exaggerated self-esteem, the bloated self-esteem. When I say bloated, it's like balloon that have been pumped. Yes, the exaggerated one. Now, when we are talking about high self-esteem, how do you know that somebody have high self-esteem? They value themselves. They believe in their ability. They are confident but not arrogant. They accept their strength and weakness. They don't feel the need to prove their worth consistently all the time. When you see somebody with high self-esteem, they don't all the time, I need to prove my worth. No. When you see that somebody begin to talk, am I your mate all the time, go and check, something has been wrong somewhere. And you see people with high self-esteem, you see that they take responsibility most of the time. So let's talk about the high self-esteem first. As a youth, how do you know that you have a high self-esteem? You discover that you value yourself and you believe in your ability. You know what you can do. Now, people with high self-esteem, other thing is they know their boundary, they know their limits. This is what I can do and this is what I cannot do. And you see that they have confidence in themselves. They are confident, but they are not arrogant. They have the ability to say no when necessary. They accept mistakes and learn from it. That's another thing you see from them. They take responsibility. Who did this thing? Oh, I'm the one. Even though they may be wrong, they take responsibility for their actions. They respect themselves, they respect others. I've said it already. And they have the ability, I've talked about ability to say no when necessary. Some people say yes to almost everything. Because of what? Not because they are humble, but because of fear. Because of what? Fear. Fear. What will people say? If I say no, hope they won't get angry. If I say this, no. But when you see people with high self-esteem, they say no when necessary and they don't regret it. And you see that they have the willingness to try new opportunities. I talk about the high self-esteem. Now, there are some people I say they have this bloated self-esteem, a kind of exaggerated one, overhyped. They are the ones that we see that they live fake life most of the time. You see that they have this exaggerated. When we say exaggerated, Yoruba will call it alasorege. Yes, overhyped. They overhype themselves. Do you know who I am? I am the son of this. I am this. I am that. They oversell themselves. Oversell. They go for a job interview. What can you offer? They will even tell you what they cannot do. They will even tell you what they cannot do. When they come for business negotiation, they will overpromise and they will underdeliver. You will see them, they are unteachable. Unteachable. You cannot correct them. They see every correction you make as what? As insult. You can't correct them. You can't teach them. They hate control. So rude. And you see this superiority complex. They have it in a very high rate. They don't accept correction and they always try to dominate others. And most of the time, you will see them, they easily feel insecure because they know that what? They are just living a life they cannot defend. So when we are talking about self-esteem, like I said, we have the high one and we have what? The low one. And we have those who have exaggerate their self-esteem and they will be living above who they are. They present themselves to be more than what they are. And at the end of the day, one will buy one full. Because of what? They've presented themselves so high, and at the end of the day, nature will now humble them. So this afternoon, looking at this, is important to look at those with high self-esteem and the bloated one. But I want to dwell more on those with low self-esteem and how can you overcome it. That's what we are dwelling on this afternoon. Those with low self-esteem. How do you know you have low self-esteem? And how can you, as a person, overcome low self-esteem? I have this music here, Coat of Many Colors. We just listen, and after that, we continue with the conversation.
Proud of my mama, so she told a story.
Right, that is Coat of Many Color. Now we know the story behind the song. The Coat of Many Color is from a child that came from a very poor home, whose mom cannot afford to buy her clothes. The mother gathered the pieces from a tailor's shop and what? They used to make a coat of many colors. And the girl wore the clothes with pride. With pride. When he got to school, as the mother was making the coat of many colors, the mother was telling the child the story of Joseph in the Bible that he made a coat of many colors for. When the child now got to school, the colleague looked at him. Which type of clothes are you wearing? Coat of many. This is not our normal school uniform. But what happened? This child wore the clothes with pride and started telling her colleagues the story of what? The coat of many colors. What am I trying to figure out here? One thing we need to learn here is what? This person did not allow maybe the financial state of the family or of the parent to what? To subdue him or subject her to shame. And that's the challenge with many people today. They've developed this low self-esteem probably because of the things they desire and they couldn't get. So that is the coat of many colors. Coming to your hearing, and we are looking at what? Low self-esteem. What are the signs? How do you overcome it? And how do you maintain a positive self-esteem?
And making fun of me and my coat of many colors.
All right. Now a quick one. Signs of low self-esteem. Signs of low self-esteem. What are the signs you see in someone that will make you feel this person have a low self-esteem? Or you as a person? Check these signs I want to talk about this afternoon. Number one, if you're the type that you always seek for validation, until people say you are okay, you don't believe you are okay. I'm not saying don't request for review, but get this right. If when you put on the best clothes, you still want people to tell you that what your clothes is fine before you accept that it is fine. Some of you might have done your homework, and out of low self-esteem, you will now copy your colleague that is doing the wrong thing. Even in the exam, you are writing the right thing, no, but you still want to peep at the paper of your colleague, and you believe that what they are writing is better than your own. That's another thing. When you always believe that what other people have is better than your own. When you always believe that, even though you are wearing the best shoe, but you believe even the person wearing sandal, her own is better than your own. You easily see that, other people's parents are even better than your own parents. You easily think that way. You always have that mindset. Other people are better than you. Always having that mindset. Take note, it is a sign of low self-esteem. Then apart from that, I've talked about seeking validation all the time. All the time, seeking validation. If people have not praised you, you have problem. Hey, maybe I did not do it right. No. If you are the type that you always seek validation, just know it is also a sign of low self-esteem. When you see your right as privilege, over here, I am not saying you should have this entitlement mentality. Neither am I saying you should be ungrateful. But there are some things you shouldn't see as privilege. I'm sorry to say this, I'm a salary earner. But do you know that the salary you are being paid in your place of work, it is not a free money. You are working for it. You don't make your employer to make you feel I'm doing you a favor by paying you. No. You come to work for some certain days. So your employer is paying you for your time. He's paying you for your skill. He's paying you for your ability. So salary is not a privilege. You are working for it. It is your right. Please get me right. I'm not saying be rude to your employers. I'm just talking about what? Mentality. Neither am I saying you should have a change of attitude at work. But just work on your mindset. You are working for it. So don't let somebody make you feel I'm doing you a favor because I'm paying you salary. Oga, you are paying me salary. I am working for it. I am spending part of my lifetime that I cannot recover again in your company. Are you getting my point? So over here, salary is not a privilege. You are working for it. But when you begin to see your right as privilege, then at that point, I will say low self-esteem is gradually setting in. And at the same time, when you find it difficult speaking up for yourself, well, there are times we have this mindset that some things are better left unsaid, which is true. I do that a lot. A lot of things will happen at times that Festus sorrow no, and I will choose to be silent. That is intentional. Some things are better left unsaid. And at times, the Bible says, answer not a fool according to his folly, so that you will not be like him. So at times people behave like fool around you, and you be like, I'm supposed to give him back. I will just be like, no. So that is different. But the moment you now see that your boundaries are being violated, people are crossing your path, people are trespassing, you are now being subjected to constant bullying, and you cannot speak up. And you cannot also walk away. That's another thing. One thing is speaking up, and another thing is walking away. There are times speaking up may escalate things, and there are times you just walk away. But you are being bullied, you are being constantly reproached, being ridiculed, and you cannot speak up for yourself, and you cannot also walk away from that place. My dear, it is also a sign of what? Low self-esteem. Another thing is when opportunity comes your way and you doubt yourself. I mean opportunities. And you fail, you miss opportunities because of self-doubt. For example, okay, we need some people to do this, to do that, and you see it and you were like, no, I cannot do it. And you miss that privilege. And it was after the privilege I've gone, you now say, and I can do that thing, no. I don't know, I'm just afraid of failing. No. When you are missing opportunities because you are doubting yourself, when you are missing privileges because of what? You are afraid. At that point, I will also say, check yourself. It is also a sign of low self-esteem. Some people, they will say apply for contract. And by then, that contract is too big, I can't do it. One thing is knowing your limits, and another thing is doubting yourself. Let's get it right, and don't let us mix it up. Knowing your limits and doubting yourself, they are two different things. It's good to know your limit, but it is a very, very terrible thing to doubt yourself. So when you are doubting yourself, it shows that what low self-esteem is what setting in. Then when you are accepting disrespect just for people to accept you, listen, let's get something right. There's this Yoruba proverb. It says "Kado bale fun rara, ko ni ka ma ga." Yes, it's true. Kado bale fun rara, ko ni ka ma ga. But it is not in all situations you dobale fun rara. In military, they will say salute monkey and collect his banana. The question is, did the banana worth collecting? Even is the banana eatable? So you as a person, check it. When you are accepting disrespect just because you don't want people to hate you, people are insulting you, but you want them to accept you. Maybe you are working in a place and people, they keep on disrespecting you, they keep on maltreating you, and you stay there. See, if you are not there, you'll be somewhere else. It is better to walk out alive than being carried out dead. So when you are accepting disrespect, when you are accepting injustice towards yourself just because you want to be accepted, I want to tell you, it is also a sign of low self-esteem. Kindly check yourself and work on it.
I even told him all that story Mama told me while she sewed.
Then finally on this note, I will talk about feeling insecure by the achievements of others. When the achievement of other people threatens you, you see that your friend buy a new phone and you easily get jealous, you easily envy other people. See, it is also a sign of low self-esteem. People with high self-esteem celebrate the victory of others. People with healthy self-esteem, they celebrate the win of their friends. But if you see that this one they just promoted this person, and you be like, why not me? They just promoted this person and you feel jealous, you feel intimidated. This person just buy car and you find it difficult to rejoice with that person. Check yourself. It is a sign of low self-esteem. Oh, that your friend just buy new phone and you be like, Or you see your colleague, he had first class. Or they increase somebody's salary and you cannot even be happy with them. You find it difficult to celebrate with them. You feel insecure when people around you are making progress. When people around you are achieving good things, you feel insecure. That insecurity is a sign of low self-esteem. Now we go to the causes. Why and how do people develop low self-esteem? But before we go that, we continue with a short musical break.
You and I recall a box of rags that someone gave us. Although we had no money, I was rich as I could be in my coat of many colors Mama made for me.
All right, that's the coat of many color. Now we are looking at the causes of low self-esteem, and the first thing I will talk about is the environment. You see, the environment you find yourself will influence how you see the world. Somebody that came from a toxic environment will see the world as a battleground. Somebody that comes from a toxic environment will see the world as what? A place to either fight or die. And someone that came from a friendly and a lovely place will also see the world as what? As a place full of love. There are times I see people and I watch their reaction and I be like, well, John Woko, if you thought him born. You understand my point? Now, when we are talking about causes of low self-esteem, check. People that grew up in an abusive home. A child growing up, the parent always be febu arabuomo. Oh, rese ebusheka. Oh, rikinikon. People like that grew up in such an environment, an abusive home, an abusive environment, they easily develop low self-esteem, especially when the abuse is coming from parents and sibling. A child that is not loved at home, a boy, a girl that is not loved at home can easily be bullied outside because you know that even if I go home, there's nobody I'm going to report to. So that's why I will still say this to parents. Try as much as possible to avoid abusing or maltreating your own child. Show them love, raise them in love so that they will see the world as a what? As a loving ground. Environment matters. When you see someone that is growing up in a place that is full of criticism all the time. Some parents cannot even correct their children in love. And at the end of the day, the child will be like, Besa Mishirini, Bori Mishirini. And they develop this inferiority complex. So environment matters. Or people that find themselves in toxic relationship. So let's take note of that. Environment matters. So environment where people grow can influence their self-esteem. Apart from that, let's look at what? Lack of contentment. If you are not always satisfied with what you have, you always believe that what other people are better than you. That's just the truth. Think until you alone. You always have that mindset. I want to want that. So if you see your colleague eating rice and chicken and you are eating bread and beans, eat it with all joy. It is just for the meantime, and work hard so that you can make your own money. So, but by the time you are now seeing that what you have, you are not always content. You don't have contentment with what you have. You can easily develop low self-esteem. Then apart from that, let's look at poor performance. Maybe people are like youth, students that are experiencing constant failure. Maybe poor performance academically, poor performance in the place of work. They're always getting it wrong and no support or encouragement for them. You see that most of the time, it may damage their confidence. Especially when their colleagues are now using it against them. Or you as a parent, you have two children. One is doing well academically and the other one is not performing well academically. You will now be using the one that is doing well academically to insult the other one that is not doing well. So some of those things can easily damage their low self-esteem. Their self-esteem, I mean. So some of those things can easily damage their confidence, poor performance. And when you are not using their poor performance against them. Another thing that we talk about is what? Health issues. Maybe they have one or two disabilities. You know the way God created us. Some people may be short. You see, the fact that we are short doesn't mean the world has ended. For example, look at Talkative now. He's tall. Now, you that you are short, you don't know what God has done for someone like Talkative now. If you want to enter anywhere, you have to bend down so that you will not be hitting his head against the door. But you that you are short, you don't need to bend down because there's nothing you are hitting your head against. Accept yourself. That's how God made you. Maybe God created you have a kind of deformity, maybe with the eye, with the hand. My dear, don't look down on yourself and don't allow people to use that against you. You have the same brain with people that have two legs. You have the same brain with people that have two eyes. You have the same brain with people that have two hands. So you don't allow your physical appearance to affect you. Some people are biggie. When I say biggie, you know what I mean. They have big body. I think we call them biggie, right? Fine. Thank God. And some people will body shame them. Thank God for your life. There are some people, let them swallow elephant. Example, FMJ. If FMJ swallow elephant today, his stomach will still remain flat. You understand? So if you have a big tummy, don't see, just thank God. If it's something you can work on it. And if it is natural, accept yourself. Don't allow that to bruise your self-confidence. Then another thing I will see is some people that have this negative affirmation. If you look at this drama between Minister of the FCT, Wike, and Officer Yerima, Wike told Yerima, you are a fool. Yerima said, I am not a fool, sir. You don't allow people to speak bad thing to you. Observe, the officer did not insult him back. You are a fool. Yerima said, I am not a fool, sir. You are a fool. I am not a fool, sir. So don't allow it. Somebody will tell you you are not good enough. I am good enough. Somebody will tell you you are ugly. No, I am not ugly. Stand before the mirror and speak good about yourself. Don't give room for negative talk. You are bad. I'm not bad. I'm good. I don't think you are getting it. So, you know, at times, these words that people speak to you, people speak about you, they have ways of shaping your belief. I just gave you a very good example. Why will you call me a fool? I'm not a fool, sir. Yerima did not say you are a fool. No, that's not how to cancel it. You are a fool. No, he did not say you are a fool. No, but he said what? I am not. He changed the narrative. If somebody tell you are poor, tell them I'm not poor. I am rich. If somebody tell you are ugly, I am beautiful. Especially those with physical disability. Don't allow people to use that to body shame you. All right, then, how to overcome low self-esteem? One thing you need to do is what? Accept yourself. Accept yourself. That's number one. Accept yourself. No one is perfect. Accept your strength. Accept your weakness. And for parents, accept your children also. That one that is not brilliant when it comes to book, he will have his own area of strength. All of us may not be professors. He may even be he may be a potential footballer. He may be a potential upcoming artist. He may be a potential something. There are some potentials in him. But in most cases, we want all of them to be the same thing. No, try to know their strength. Try to know their weakness. So you as a person, accept yourself. Then believe in your ability. Give it a try. Have this in mind. Don't be afraid of failure. If you want to overcome low self-esteem, don't be afraid of what? Failure. Don't be afraid. Give it a try. I will try. If I fail, I learn. And if I succeed, I will grow. That's just the truth. And the word fail, don't forget. First attempt in learning. FAIL. First attempt in learning. Don't be afraid of failure. Give it a try. If you grow, if you get it, you will grow. And if you fail, you will what? You will learn from it. Like I said earlier, practice daily positive affirmation. Speak good to yourself. I'm a champion. I'm a king. I'm an hero. I'm not a failure. I am meant to succeed. I am beautifully and wonderfully made. Speak good thing about yourself. Speak good thing. We call it daily affirmation. You can get books. Read books also that will also help you to overcome it. Read books that will help you to build your confidence. And I will say another thing here. Create boundaries. Respect yourself enough to say no to disrespect. I may be quiet, but one thing is I have my boundary, and if you cross it, I will make sure I give you reason to regret it. I won't cross your boundary. I won't trespass. So you to respect my boundary. That is how I built myself up. So you as a person also, if you want to develop your self-esteem, try to know this is what I can accept and this is what I cannot accept. And tell anybody about that is just the reality of life. So what you cannot accept, let people know I cannot accept this. Others may, but I cannot. It may work for you, it may not work for me. So create a boundary, physical boundary, emotional boundary. Boundary in all aspects, even in your place of work. Let people know this is what you can take, this is what you cannot take. And let them take you or leave you for that. And like I said, be willing to lose. Be willing to lose. If you cannot dare failure, you cannot manage success. If you cannot dare failure, you cannot manage success. Be willing to lose. Don't let some people see themselves as God in your life. Don't let some people see themselves as what? As God in your life. You have been living before you meet them. And by the time you are no longer with them, life will not end. Don't be afraid. If I walk out, how will I survive? You will survive. It is better to walk away with your dignity and with your mental health intact than you sitting down and eating the bread of affliction. This afternoon, we've talked about low self-esteem. And remember, you are the one that will place the high value on yourself. Nobody else will. People will definitely want to price you low. People will want to tell you your dream is too big. You are the one that will tell them what? My dream is valid. And like I said, respect yourself, respect others, create boundary for yourself, respect other people's boundary as well. And that will be the end of the show today on Youth Pulse on GOT 104.9 FM. We have a lot to talk about. Next week Friday will be interesting. We'll be having some guests with us. However, I want to tell you, once it is 2 o'clock next week Friday, tune in again and let's vibe together. Let's learn, relearn, and unlearn together. Till we meet again next week Friday, I remain your host on the show, Festus Adelaja or Mo Babatisha. And I say enjoy your weekend.